today I want to do a get ready with me chit-chat style. I haven't done that in a little bit. And I had some requests for a cooler toned shadow look, and so that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to do cool tones on our eyes with a hint of warmth in the crease. You can change it up if you'd like. Cool tone lip, cool tone blush, just all kinds of cool tones going on today. I personally really enjoy cooler toned shadows. I like warm tones, but I feel like warm tones as of the past year have been just killed. I mean, just digging in those warm eyeshadows, and I realize those are great colors. I myself enjoy them as well, but what about the cool tones? I feel bad for the cool tones. No one's talking about the cool tones. So we're bringing the cool tones today. So welcome. If you are new, please stay and subscribe. I would love to have you here. And if you enjoy these chit-chat get ready with me styles, let me know, like this video, and let me know down in the comments what type of look you would like to see next. So without further ado, let's jump right on into the get ready with me. Starting with my eyes today. Normally I do my face first, but this week I've been playing around with a few more, more sparkly type eyeshadows and shadows that have a little bit more fallout. So in order to maintain a flawless face, I've decided that doing my eyes first is a little bit more beneficial when using those types of products. This is the NARS Eye Paint in the shade Porto Veneer. I'm going to set that with a little bit of translucent powder, just so that my shadows will blend really well. I'm just grabbing a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent. A few of you guys were asking me to do a cool toned eye look, and so that's what I'm going to do today. I've been really enjoying a cool tone look on myself. I feel like I'm very neutral undertone, so I'm not too warm, I'm not too cool. If I lean any direction, probably more cool. I don't have a lot of yellow undertones to my skin, so cool tones look really great on me. And I've decided, I've neglected this poor palette, but I've been using the Lorac Pro 2 palette, and so that's what we're going to use today. But you don't have to use the same thing. I mean, you can find these same shades in other palettes or in single shadows. I'm going to start off with the shade Buff, really lightly on a fluffy brush, and just lightly dust it into my crease. Also really handy to have one of these. I always change colors by running my brush to the color switch by Vera Mona. You could use like one of those hair scrunchies or whatever, but it's really convenient to have it in that tin for travel. And it sits nicely, and if you don't want to look at the actual sponge, you can put the cover on it, I really enjoy it. I'm going to grab a Wayne Goss No. 3 brush, really fluffy, and I'm going to go into the shade Nectar, which is this matte peach shade. Oh, this shade is delightful. Now, of course, with these shadows, you're going to want to do this, or with any shadows really, but these specifically because there's a lot of extra that's going to come off onto your face. So to save a little bit of cleanup time, definitely tap off your brush. Then I just want to put this in my crease. I've been neglecting my Get Ready With Me videos. I enjoy doing them. I just need uninterrupted time to do that. So weekends are kind of when I utilize filming, basically Saturdays and sometimes Sundays. Because with having 2 children, even if they were older, I mean, I still want to be able to spend time with them, and it's difficult to like sit down and film and then be interrupted 100 times and remember what you were saying or what you were doing, or to really put out a quality video. So that's why there's been a lack of these type of videos, because I don't get a lot of that time. Brushes are stinking fabulous. I mean, just effortless. Now I'm going to grab a No. 6 brush. It's a little bit flatter of a brush, but here by him, because I really want to I have a deep crease, so I want to be able to get in there to apply the color, but also blend it out. So I'm going to try carving out first with this brush, and I'm going to go in with this cool gray shade in here. I like this gray because it's almost like a taupey brown gray. It's a really nice gray shade without being blah. It's just really, it's a nice shade. One thing I find really helpful in my learning of how to apply and blend out eyeshadow is to, first of all, I have my mirror up here so you can see me, but I like to look down so my lid is completely relaxed. Otherwise, I tend to get like skipping because you have your lid like this, like tense, and you can't really see what you're doing. So I like to look down and relax my eye. I also like to kind of stop what I'm doing from time to time and look straight on, because that's what other people are going to see, is you straight on and you looking down. You can't see yourself that way, but when I look straight on, I can also kind of see where I want the color to be placed. I'm going to take the No. 19 brush now, and kind of build up this gray color and blend it more than just carve out. Now he just re-released his eye and face brushes, so some of these I think are renamed or reshaped a little bit. I know summertime is a time where a lot of people get married because it's a nice time of year. So if any of you are interested, I was kind of thinking about doing like a bridal look. If that interests you, let me know down below and I will definitely do that. Bridal makeup is one of my favorite styles of makeup. I just like the overall style of like lashes, nude lips, really pretty eyes, like enhancing your eyes, like playing up your natural features but in a glamorous way. That is so my favorite style. So let me know down below if you want me to do that and I can film that next, like my next little get ready with me type video. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of light brown on a smaller brush. This is the number 5, way smaller, so I can start to deepen up this gray color. I'm going to dip into the charcoal color here and deepen up the outer V just a little bit. I'm going to dip into beige. And take a little bit of the chrome shade here with the number 6 and dab that on the outer third of my eye. And then I'm going to take a little bit of black with that same number 5 brush and just a little tiny bit out here on the outer V. I kind of look like Marilyn Manson right now and I'm not quite sure if that's a good thing or not. Now we need a brow bone highlight and I don't want it to be banging, so we're just going to go into buff and throw that up here. I'm going to do my upper lash line here so that there's no gaps with the NARS Via Veneto Longwear eyeliner. I'm going to take a baby wipe now and just kind of clean up underneath here. And we're going to do our lower lash line after I get my face makeup on here, but for now we're just going to clean this up. I'm going to take some of the Tarte clay liner with the brush here in black. I just got this and I've only used it once. I haven't even hauled it yet, but I will be soon. Maybe that video will go up next, but I've been really liking the formulation of this and I actually really enjoy the curved brush because it's as if someone else were doing it because the brush is curved instead of being a straight brush. It's so, I really enjoy it, and it's waterproof too. So it's a good option for summer. It just glides on so effortlessly. I'm liking this already more than my Kat Von D. Now the Kat Von D, okay, now I just screwed that up. It's more than my Kat Von D liquid liner so far. I think it's actually easier, and with liquid liner you get like that splatter effect if you push too hard. And then I'm going to apply a light coat of some mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. These are my favorite eyelashes at the drugstore. These are the Ardell Wispies. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful on the eyes. So we're going to apply those. We're going to move on to the face. I'm going to prime my face with the Hourglass Veil Primer. I love how it smooths out. Well, I just did a facial, an at-home facial. I'll link that video below for you to check out, but my face is already baby soft smooth today. But I also like how this primer fills in any remaining texture I might have, or it just really fills up your pores nicely too without being too heavy. And typical pore fillers are like a weird, thicker consistency, and I feel like this is a nice lightweight way to fill in those pores without adding a lot of extra layers. I'm going to cocktail my foundations today. I've been kind of using things up, older foundations, and some shades are a little dark for me. I'm not self-tanned at this very moment, but I'm getting a little bit of natural sun. So I can now wear the Lingerie de Peau on the outskirts of my face, and then I'm going to put the Dior Star in the center because it's a little bit lighter of a shade. Sometimes I mix them together, but have fun with your foundations. Don't feel like you can only use one. I like to mix them because then you also can attain the perfect coverage, the perfect finish. Like if you want something more dewy, or if you want something more matte, or if you want to mix in between, grab one of each, mix them together, and see what happens. So I'm in the shade 20 in the Dior Star, or that's the shade I have. And then for the Guerlain, I'm in the shade 3. I like to kind of do a little bit darker of a foundation on the outskirts of my face because I find it really just kind of gives when you're doing your foundation without having to use any additional product. It can contour out and really sculpt your face nicely. I don't contour on a daily basis. In fact, I don't really even contour that much at all. But you know, when all those contouring things were coming out, you had to have it, you know, and it was the thing to do. There's definitely a time and a place for it. On the daily, I don't. For photos, sure, it looks great. For camera, yeah. Do you like this? This is not a lipstick swatch. This is a burn. I was making bacon and I touched the pan. Yeah, it gave me a nice little burn. I think that's probably going to scar. And it's right in my swatching area too. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more coverage in the center of my face here. I definitely spend a good amount of time blending out my foundation. I didn't used to, but now I really notice a difference with having your foundation look super blended and flawless. It just makes everything else look that much better. So I've been spending a few more minutes making sure it's really all mixed in. I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape. I have the shade Light. And this comes out like a lot of products, so I just take a little bit, because a little of this goes a very long way. It's a very full coverage concealer. I just kind of like scoop most of it off. And I like to draw on my face. And then I like to do a little down the center of my nose. And then my Cupid's bow for sure. A little bit here. And then definitely under my eyes. I don't like to go too heavy because this is full coverage and it can get kind of like cakey and a hot mess. I see you, Elsa. She's sticking her paws under my door like, let me in. I'm trying to keep all my family out. I hope you have not been hearing them. It's kind of hard to avoid though, quite honestly. I like when you do your eyes first because I feel like the concealer and everything else just looks that much more flawless because you don't have that opportunity to have fallout, you know, little specks of stuff that can potentially darken the under eye area. Chanel loose powder, the natural finish loose powder, and then I take my Wayne Goss number 35, and this is what I've been setting my whole face with and my under eyes. I just like how this powder doesn't look powdery, and it leaves a slight healthy glow to the face, so it's not powdery. I don't like super powdery powders. I'm not really oily, so to have something too heavy and drying, I just look ancient in no time. I do like to set my face, not a lot, but specifically where I put the concealer, but whatever's basically left on my brush, I just kind of put all over. I don't take a ton. And that way, when we go in with powder stuff, it just blends so much better. This is the Anastasia Brow Definer in the shade Medium Brown. Goodbye, Marilyn Manson. My wing today looks a little bit like Captain Hook. Not too crisp. Take, yeah, I'm gonna take a Wayne Goss number 7 brush, and I'm gonna dip into the cool gray shade and wiggle that along my lash line. Basically, we're gonna mimic what we did on top on the bottom. Love this brush for smoking out, blending underneath my lash line. This is a Chiki-Hodo Z-10 brush that looks like this. So soft, it doesn't disturb anything, it doesn't pull on your eyes. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of the light brown shade and blend out the gray. And then we're going to take a little bit of the Nectar and brighten her up a little bit. Beige mixed with snow for my inner corner. After I have my lashes and wings and all that, I like to go in and deepen up a little bit, so I'm going to dip into the black just a little and just keep it right out here in this outer V area and deepen it up just a tiny bit. Face is just dying for some bronzer today. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever bronzer in this duo. Now you can buy them separately, but this is what first came out, was the duo. I love bronzer. I love how bronzer not only just like warms up your skin, but it like instantly gives your skin life. Before you have bronzer, it's just all flat and stuff from the foundation. Even if you did do, you know, a couple colors to kind of contour stuff out, I just love bronzer. Now, I don't need to own every one that ever comes out, but I do like how a bronzer really can mimic angles and color on your face. I don't love the formula of this, but I bought this for the highlighter. And then, of course, what, a year or two later, they made the highlighters separate. I'm kind of learning my lesson. Like, if you really love something, like, other people are probably going to love it too, especially when it's hyped a lot. And they're just going to make permanent. So don't feel like you have to rush out and get it right away, you know? Alright, for my blush today, I'm going to use the Becca Gypsy blush. I wanted a, like, cool toned blush. I didn't want anything to be too warm since we have cooler tones on our eyes. And I'm using the Wangas 14. Now, these are mineral blushes, and I find that they don't last on me all day. I don't know why, but I like the color, so I guess that's the trade-off. They really create a nice sheen. Now, this is not the luminous ones. This is just the original formula, but I feel like the original formula still really leaves quite, you know, the luminosity to your skin. They blend nice. And everything blends nice with this blush brush, though. I love this blush brush. I guess it's not just for blush, but that's what I use it for. For highlighter, I'm using the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer number 2. Another beautiful, beautiful highlighter, which we actually don't need a ton of today because that blush is already pretty glowy. But, I mean, can you ever be glowy enough? I'm just going to sweep a little bit of Hourglass Dim Light across my face as my finishing touch, basically. A little Fix Plus. Alright, I have been wearing this lip combo a ton lately because I love it. Now, you can wear either one of these on their own, but I like them together. So I'm taking the liquid lipstick by Stila in the shade Bocce, which if you don't like liquid lipsticks, you could wear just what I'm going to put over it by itself because it's pigmented enough. But if you like the longevity of it, but you want it to be more glossy, put a gloss over it. And then over the top, I'm taking Dose of Colors Rosé Gloss. Highly recommend this gloss. I love it. It's very opaque on its own. Like, you could wear this without lipstick, just put it on. It gives you gloss, but it also gives you coverage. And Ulta, I see you sneaking in here. And Ulta now carries Dose of Colors, which I think is fabulous. This is the finished look. I really love a cool toned eye. It's not too cool toned because you have a little bit of the warmth of the peach in the crease. If you don't like the warmth, you could add in a little bit of a cooler tone throughout your crease, but I like the juxtaposition of having a warm tone in the crease with everything else cool. I just think it's a nice balance to the face. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what you would like me to do next for my next Get Ready With Me. Like I said in the video, I was thinking about maybe a bridal look, but if that's like, no, Chelsea, we don't want to do that. Let me know what it is that you'd like to see next. Maybe like a summery type of look. We can definitely do that, but I like to make videos that you guys request, things that you would like to see, and so I am here to please you as well as share with you things that I come up with. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed yourself today, and subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Please, we would love to have you here, and we will chat very soon. Bye, guys.